one. Pristini looking dangerous.
He's just ripping the entirety of the gorillas. Wow.
Aggressive is always Diamond Con. Head ripped off.
Looking to find a few more, but Gunless absolutely rips his way through the three of them.
249, 249, Seattle won!
Good afternoon, Seattle Surge Nation. It has been an absolute journey so far. I obviously was not here last week. I missed you guys. It has been insane. Life has just been coming at you so fast, coming at me fast, and the season is in week 2. You guys have seen not the best performance from us, but I'm hoping today that changes. We're coming out hot, and I'm hoping that we are on fire. You guys got Looney, Gunless, Octane, and Pristini the Houdini, who has been consistently fragging and slaying as needed. Preston, it's been absolutely fantastic to cast over everything I've been able to see you do. You are a slayer, and I love that you continuously show up for me. Unfortunately, last week did not go how we wanted, but this week, I am predicting you play exactly how you're expected to. I need you to slay, and I'm expecting big plays today, okay? I need you to take point. I need you to get the kills, and I need you to do everything that is needed of you. Preston, please, I'm begging you. I made a joke about it earlier. I tweeted it. If y'all lose today, I'm putting Joey Nubsy as a bot as my Twitch title. Is going to be a move. I have that much faith in you guys to show up today. Joey, I'm putting it on you. The pressure's here. It's time to show up and gun everybody down. New York, Seattle, that's the game we got going today, all right? I'm not sure who you guys are rooting for. It better be us because it is our time to bounce back. There's no other way this can go besides us taking the W today. That's where I'm predicting, all right? If you guys got predictions, put them in the chat. I want to start off with that before I get into the keys of the game because I'm just that hyped and confident to be back and see them slay today. Hardpoint, we've been slaying on it. We have been. Whether you think so or not, we have been performing better on Hardpoint than we have in any previous week or season. It has been crazy to watch the turnaround in Hardpoint. I want to predict it in favor of us today. I want to say it's going to be close, though. I'm thinking 250 to maybe a 228, 222. That's what I'm going to say. 250 to 222. That's going to be a prediction for Hardpoint. Search and Destroy. We're a top 5, top 6 Search and Destroy team for a reason. I don't even need to take a guess on that. Control. Let's talk about Control for a second. Because I personally am not the best at it either. I don't know how y'all really think you should be playing Control. I don't know how anyone in the chat plays Control. Any of the viewers play Control. I can't figure it out for the life of me. I'm terrible at it. And it seems like it's probably our worst game mode as well. So I want to say it's the one that I'm the most scared of, but they've surprised me on some really crazy plays and performances. I've seen Gunless get the wildest kill streaks on this game mode, and I'm really hoping today that Gunless shows up with Octane, the silent killer that we didn't get to see anything from him last time. He was not being spectated every time he popped off. So I'm really hoping today I get to see that action. It's what I'm the most excited for. I'm thinking it's going to be a 3-1 series in favor of Seattle Surge. That's where I'm putting my money on today. And that's where my confidence is. Let's get to the keys of the game. Guys, don't heal Hydra. All right? It should be easy enough. You should never heal Hydra. All right? Hydra, you got to go down today. All right? I know you're the new guy and you're crazy and everything, and that's amazing. But it's time for that to stop. All right? I'm calling a timeout. All right? It's pause. You can take a back seat while Seattle Surge stomps the entire match today. All right? That's what needs to happen. Number 2. The Subliners, the momentum, it's getting snipped, all right? It's number 2 for a reason. We got to cut that right out, all right? The momentum needs to stop. We can't let you get that gas and continue to go, all right? Game 1, match 1, it's going to us. We are going to cut the momentum off before it even has a chance to begin. That's how you stop it out, all right? That's how we do it today. Number 3, put them on the back foot early. Goes with number 2. If we win game 1, y'all are instantly taking a step back, trying to reevaluate how to take us on, and that is the goal today, okay? If you have to think about how to beat us and you're taking that extra second, that hesitation is all we need. We earn, we eat, we breathe that. That is the fuel for our shot, and that is what we are going to we're doing it today, all right? As soon as that step back happens, we're going to step right in, close the distance, and clean the entire match up. We got this. Seattle Surge, it is all up to us today. It's going to be a crazy matchup. I'm really excited to see what we have in store for you guys today, okay? Guys, really quickly, pregame giveaway, all right? Message the Seattle Surge Twitter account. Make sure you hit them up, hit them with a DM, and tell them code Tidal Wave for your chance to get one of the Seattle Surge skins in game. All right, that's the one code I'm gonna give you guys right now. It's the pregame one. One of you lucky winners has a chance to win that. All right, you guys want to look as good as our players do? Don't forget as well, shop.seattlesurge.gg to get our apparel, merch, hoodies, and everything else. Seattle Surge, you can look as good as our players do. Not as good as I'm looking, but you know, Seattle Surge, that merch is fire. I miss my hoodie already. All right, I gotta get me some more. It's cold in here. That hoodie is pristine. It works because you got Pristini the Houdini on the team. It's such a fair matchup. I love it. Somebody's got to make that something. All right, that's crazy. All right, predictions in the chat. What are you guys thinking? Give me some scores. What do y'all got? All right, I'm thinking Search and Destroy is going to be our absolute momentum. I'm hoping the game 5 doesn't happen, but in case we do, we're closing it out in Search. Okay, that's all that needs to be said. Search and Destroy is just that clean, that free, and that easy for us. As far as the players go, I almost wish we get a really good listen-in today. I haven't really seen too many great listen-ins from Seattle Surge. I feel like we kind of get slept on with that. I'm not sure if anyone watching has really gotten to see any too crazy ones. I know that one we had with Hardpoint when we got to see Looney clutch up that one play when he pushed up, and we got to see Octane covering from window. The comms were intense. I don't know about you guys watching at home, but when I get to hear that gameplay and that commentary just blasting in my ears, the adrenaline that I get just sitting here spectating, that's insane. Okay, I need a good listening moment. And I think if we get that hot mic listening and we can hear how they're going, that's going to tell us exactly where their mindset is at today. And I'm hoping that it is ablaze. I am hoping to see the smoke coming out of their ears. They're that hot and intense in the game, okay? There's nothing else I can really expect other than that. No one's going to sit here and be like, I hope they play bad. No, I'm expecting the greatest performances ever, okay? The last week has not been good for us. We need today more than anything. And you guys, you four, Octane, Looney, Gunless, and Pristini, it is time. It's time to shine. And I have the absolute, the utmost, the highest faith ever imaginable that I can put on you. I'm putting all the pressure on you guys today, okay? I'm rambling with how much I really want you to succeed. I want this more than you guys do, I feel like, at this point, and I'm here for it, all right? I'm invested. I'm a Seattle Surge diehard fan at this point, and I'm going the distance with you guys. You guys need to do it with me, okay? I'm hyped for it. I'm not sure what you guys are really thinking. I'm seeing some 3-1s in the chat. 3-1, y'all with me with that one? That's the prediction we're going with. What's up, Damien? Hi, Daniel. I saw you in the offline chat. That was really hype. I enjoyed that. I really do like seeing you guys come through early. The hearts, the support you guys give us in the chat, that's insane. Don't forget, guys, if you want the chance to win the Seattle Surge skin in-game, make sure you message the Twitter account, code Tidal Wave. Do not forget, all right? I'm going to be entering it myself. You know, I got to race you guys for that. I'm kidding. But seriously, the skin is so cool in game. I can't imagine not wanting it. Message the Twitter account. Make sure you show some love at the same time. Shop.seattlesurge.gg, guys. Get your merch. Look as good as I do. And I will catch you guys after the games. See you guys at halftime.
Seattle's one could be really dangerous.
Seattle's inside. 249. 249. Seattle.
Make some noise for the Seattle Surge.
I've ever seen in my life.
It's Wednesday, and it's the start of the major. The LA Thieves have come to play. Oh boy! The Thieves absolutely decimate Paris.
There goes Scott, and it will be the Ultra taking down Optic Chicago.
What are you talking about, baby?
Ace, a devastating 3-0.
Lose this, you go home.
Thieves 3-0 New York and keep the Cinderella story alive. A nail biter here in the map 4.
FaZe? Yes! Oh, baby, up easy.
It is FaZe with the victory. FaZe will move in to top 3. And for Ultra, you still have a chance to battle on. You're not out of it yet.
Hans is going to get the quick contest. They killed everyone! They killed all the Thieves! Toronto Ultra 3-0 in the series. For the Thieves, the honeymoon period is over.
Drop kick to the dome.
Accuracy, though, they line up! They line up for accuracy, and he wins it! Are
you kidding? Accuracy with the ice!
Oh my god!
The Giants, the Titans Atlanta FaZe. Can anyone take down the final boss? It is do or die time.
Kleenex, the best player in the world! Ultra, they continue on. Okay! Gosh! Ultra behind the brakes! Get to a grand final!
Atlanta FaZe, once they hit the go button, there is no stopping them. What happened? The greatest underdog going into the tournament. They take the best team in the league the whole way. They truly are Ultra as your major 2 champions, Toronto Ultra.
Yep. Hey guys. Yep. We're back.
How are we feeling, guys?
Feeling great.
Feeling fantastic.
I'm feeling fantastic, man.
All right.
Come on. You guys gotta join the game, bro.
I
need an invite.
Can I get an invite? Oh, game is starting.
Game is starting. Worst case, I believe it might be a match delay. If it's
Did I just say match delay? I'll start swinging, bro. Mothers. And get this turned for no reason. Don't you worry, this is not wearing off until later on.
I'm the best. I'm the best.
Dude, it stinks like rotten eggs in my room, dude. Oh my god.
But I just had a, what's it called? Yo, Sam.
Yes.
What does Casey call it? A premonition. I just had a premonition. Either Dan or Preston's about to get a 6-piece in L. Gonna be on P3. I just had a flash.
You're telling me right now, if a team offered you a blank check, you wouldn't play COD?
Playing for less than a blank check for sure.
How much money we talking? Like,
Blank
check? You pick how much you get paid, baby.
Alright, boys.
Alright, boys.
Alright, boys.
Make sure phone in green, make sure rotate.
You have another hand warmer, though? It's not warm at all.
Yeah, mine isn't really either right now.
Oh,
That's what's up.
I'll bring it back.
Bring back what?
I got a nice breakfast sandwich with some sweet potato hash and an iced tea. It was clean, man.
Put some devil sauce in it.
We're having issues on the coach machine, so that's the reason for the current delays.
On the what?
The what?
On the host's machine.
Oh, I thought you said coach.
Yes. No.
I was like, coach machine.
And now you definitely said robot coach.
Oh, my bad.
Literally, you'll be a 1v1 across the map. You're like, big one dude that win us the game. Like, yo, on me, bro. Like, huge win. Oh, dude, good try.
Go, boys. Go. Let's get it.
I need it, man. My leg's shaking.
Game is starting. Good luck.
Lovely.
Lovely. Lovely.
Lovely.
Alright, I've seen enough.
Yeah, you can turn off, Troy.
This is your Scuff Team of the Week, a super team built with 4 of the top performers at the most recent event. 3 players were selected by the league and 1 was selected by fan vote. Stick around to the end to find out who made the team. First up, it's Insight of Toronto Ultra. This guy's having one heck of a start to his rookie year. He only joined the Toronto roster at the beginning of Stage 2, but after a few weeks of seeing him play, it's probably safe to say that he's one of the top ARs in the game today. He's a consistent slayer across every game mode, and this event was no different. Insight's big performance of the week came in Toronto's match versus the Florida Mutineers, where he dropped an astounding 1.67 KD, a stat owed largely to his monster game on raid control. Across 5 rounds, Insight won a combined 38 and 18. It's not every day that we see a positive 20 game, let alone from a rookie who's only in his 2nd month of competition. Next up, it's Bance. Fresh off a hot major performance, Vance continued his 2021 glow up to the first week of Stage 3. His aggressive SMG play is often the key to Toronto's success, especially in the respawns. Vance had a strong week across the board, but if we were to highlight one moment of his weekend, it's gotta be the 5th round of raid control between Toronto Ultra and Dallas Empire. Things were looking bad for the Ultra after they got wiped off control point B by the Empire. All Dallas had to do to secure full map control was to kill Bance for the full team wipe. But somehow, someway, Bance managed to go on a solo tear, taking out all the players on the point, all while intercepting Empire's fresh players off respawn. His play bought his teammates enough time to retake the point and slam the door on the series with a clean 3-0. Our third player is Envoy of Optic Chicago. This young SMG phenom is often credited as the route man and playmaker of Optic. It doesn't matter who you are or what map you're playing on, this guy is somehow always going to find a way behind your team to shoot 3 of you in the back and leave you wondering how he even found the opening in the first place. Envoy's playmaking was a huge factor in Optic Chicago's 2-0 week, with the young Prince racking up the 9th highest overall KD by week's end. And finally, selected by fan vote, it's Clayster, the leader of the New York Subliners. It was a big week for the Subliners. This was only their first week competing with their new player Hydra, and their very first match was against one of the fiercest teams in the league, the Atlanta FaZe. The series was a brutal battle that went all the way to a Game 5 Round 11, and it was the fresh Subliners roster that eventually emerged as the victors. Clayster's consistent AR presence was a huge factor in New York's victory. He had the 3rd highest Hardpoint KD of the event, with his standout performance coming in Map 1 versus Atlanta FaZe, where he went 33 and 21 on Garrison Hardpoint. That's your Scuff Team of the Week for Stage 3, Week 1.
Son! Finds himself another one! Pristini looking dangerous. He's just ripping! The entirety of the gorillas, wow!
Aggressive is always standing on, head rip off.
Looking to find a few more gunners. Absolutely rips his way through the 3 of them! 249! 249! Seattle won!
Seattle squad is going to be really dangerous.
Seattle's inside! 249! 249! Seattle!
Make some noise for the Seattle Surge!
It is time for the Game Field Marquee match. Subliners, Surge, ready to get rocking. All 8 players focused up for a big match, and I want to get right into it. Let's talk about our Game Field featured player for this matchup. It is going to be Pristini. So improved between Stage 1 and Stage 2. Joe, we are looking for him to really make an impact here in Stage 3, and especially in this series.
I mean, that's it. I mean, he's their impact player. It feels like when he is playing well, this team is kind of hitting another level for Pristini. This is not footage of him, but yeah, for the Seattle Surge, Pristini, when he is at his best, so is the Seattle Surge. And you kind of talked about it, right? Like Stage 1, I mean, you said for Seattle, it just wasn't their best. Stage 2, it felt like they were improving. Things were going well. But throughout Stage 3 so far, 0-2, you get reverse swept by Los Angeles Thieves. This is a bounce back match. If you want to try and get top 3 in this group, it kind of starts right here.
Absolutely, and yeah, we'll check out some of his gameplay in moments for Surge. Their colors are so, dude, I love their camos. I know that is not important in this matchup at all, but they are sexy.
Oh, it is. Oh, they're great. Yeah, I mean, them Mutineers, they pop, right? The blues.
Absolutely, but Pristini, What can you bring to this matchup? Surge, yeah, I mean, desperately need a win. You need to get something going here. It's just tough matchup after tough matchup within this group. It doesn't really get a whole lot easier, but let's meet the squad ready to battle. Here, Seattle Surge.
Good, son! Finds himself another one! Pristini looking dangerous. He's just ripping the entirety of the gorillas. Wow!
Aggressive is always Diamond Con. Head rip off.
Looking to find a few more, but Gunless absolutely rips his way through the three of them. 249, Seattle won!
Joe, over these last couple of losses, is there anything that's really stood out to you about this four-man team?
Oh, well, I mean, Gunless and Octane have really been playing at a really high level. I think that is sort of what we've expected of them. You're just trying to get a little bit more out of the sub. Looney, especially in the slaying category, has to step on up here. You can kind of see it. They need a win. They got to get something going.
Yeah, we talk about that give and take between your subs and your ARs. It doesn't feel like, I guess if like Octane and Gunless are kind of frying, shouldn't it be a little bit easier on the map for the other two?
You would think so. Yeah, you would think so. But, you know, they get to those spots and then they have those one-on-ones, and that's where they need to win them.
Yeah, they need to step it up and win them in a big way. We'll see if they can get it done in this matchup. But it's going to be tough. It is going to be tough. You've got NYSL on the other side. It's been a bit up and down, but a big win over FaZe just a couple weeks ago. Well, last week, I guess. But let's meet NYSL, the new-looking squad, with Hydra.
What a kill that was. I'll see you in league play later, boys and girls.
Placer, though, has a couple players in front. He gets the two-piece, gets the third. There's the first. Those one more is inside. Fantastic movement. Shots on point. Keep the streak going.
It was a matter of moments before we saw this map potentially wide open.
Joe, I know you were one of the kind of first on the Hydra train in a way. Not first on the train, but like even after they got the third place finish, right, at the major, you said on Hardpoints, like, I would get him in earlier. Like, do it. Yeah. Make the change. If you're investing in this guy, get it done. He's here. I know it's a small body of work, but what do you think so far?
I mean, he has slayed with the best of the best. I mean, I think we saw that in match one versus Atlanta FaZe. I mean, what other matchup do you really want as a submachine gun player? You want to see if this guy's truly got it. Go up against a BZ and Sim, right? I mean, he did just that. He's been exceptional in the respawns. S&D's got to get a little bit better, but, you know, you have a team change. He's got to get comfortable. So we'll see what he can do here today.
Yeah, because we saw, I mean, some guys, newcomers, make an impact in Search, right? You saw Chino on the map 2, you saw Fellow on the map 5. Like, it can be done, but it can be one of the more difficult modes to find your spots, find your rhythm, and we'll see if maybe that gets a little bit easier as the matches go on. But obviously, kicking it off with a hard point, like our first series, we are going to start off on Moscow. Subliners, Surge, ready to get it done, and for NYSL, I mean, you're trying to bounce back after a loss to Ravens, but you gotta feel like you're really, everything is on the line here if you're Surge. Like, you gotta get a win.
That loss to Ravens doesn't really look that bad, does it? I mean, the way that they've been playing lately, right? It's just seeing that they're getting better and better. And yeah, I mean, they just lost to Game 5, a search and destroy. But I think the big thing for them has to be on that control. They're going back to that checkmate control. Strong there, but Moscow Hardpoint, Seattle Surge's map pick. It's really been, for them, Moscow and Raid. That's been their go-to in Subliners. This is one of their better maps, though, so they're going to take this all day. 4-2 on this map is NYSL, 2-4 Seattle Surge.
Yeah, I asked you about Hydra. He's a big change here, but a bit of a change for Mac as well after the breakout year he had last year. Any early thoughts on Mac after the team change?
Nothing too crazy. He's shooting really good right now. I think, I think we know what he can do. I don't think he's necessarily, but exceptionally well, but not to the point where like, all right, this is a bad move for him. We know he's going to be a little bit more comfortable. A role change is it's a big thing. It's a big step. You've played months and months and months with one weapon, one route. It's like those are going to take some time. It's going to take some adjustments. And every single day, he's probably going to get better and more comfortable with that Krieg or whatever AR he's using. But the start here for NYSL, perfect. 39-0, finally. Seattle Surge going to try to get on in, but it's Clay, who has been an absolute all-star for this squad. They're stage 3.
So what is like the more, you talked about the subs needing to improve for Surge, but like what's the more important matchup here? Is it the sub matchup or the AR matchup for you?
I think the way Clay has been playing, it's the subs. Because Clay has been on point ever since they've added Hydra. He's talked about that in those interviews. I need to be better. He's looked at his stats across the top 4, top 5 teams, and he's like, I expect more out of myself. So I think it's more on the subs for me as we go over to our game field feature player in Pristini. NYSL locking it down the first couple of hills. Pristini trying to make a play, but not going to happen as Mac shutting things down.
On the other side of the map, look at that number 5. It's going to be Asim, who's gotten through. He's posted up. He's put down. Octane able to find him, but there seems to be a battle in transition. We'll stick with Pristini for now. Just maybe trying to find a push through mid-map and stagger this push, but everyone hits through the top side. They're holding bottom. Everyone floods through top. They'll get a safe spawn in the back, but simply too easy. Like it's like a 3 or 4 on 2 towards the hardpoint.
Yeah, I mean, this happens, but now you have to respond, right? You get your set of kills, and then you have the back spawns, and you're spawning them out front, right? It's forcing them to, well, basically do just that, continuously hit the front or take time, and that's what Seattle Surge did. They took their time. I know it looked a little weird, but as you said, because they're thinking people are going to go through the street, through middle of the map. That doesn't happen. It's just a front push. And NYSL are hoping if they get a kill or two, that's when they can get aggressive, get to that elbow, maybe force them to spawn out elsewhere. The Seattle Surge bounce on back. They're going to get, about 40 seconds, only be down about 50. NYSL transition now to our final hill by the bus.
We'll see if they get both sides of this street pushed out, really pin Surge and work on a crew more time. They're already over the 100-point mark, so it's been a fantastic start for them. Clay's POV now. Can he be the guy to stagger this push? Looney there with the read. Clay just keeps on shooting. He's able to take down 2 before he drops. It's a top right spawn. Coming in for 2 players from Surge. They'll have a bit of a pinch developing, but you still got both sides controlled by NYSL. Mac on one side able to win the fight. Taking it on the other end will be Clay. They lock down both sides, and this has been fantastic so far outside the street.
I mean, you just haven't been able to get much time here. Pristini just trying to play his life, wait for his teammates to come off spawn, and yeah, they pinched them out. Now Pristini on 5 in a row. Still, his team can't get there. Asim is able to take down 2. Clay with another one. So he's all by himself. He wants to play his life, wants to play around in these streaks. It's a bit of deja vu from our last series. It's a great start on NYSL. One player starts the streak, but not able to earn him. A big kill there from Hydra.
Well, at least, I mean, if you can't get into the hard point, next best thing, get the other team out of the hard point. Pristini was able to do that for a bit, but you still get a good amount of time. Now, approaching a 100-point advantage as we'll stick with our game field featured player as he gets ready for a second set of rotations. Just looking to hold this down. Got the angle on Asim. Nearly gets caught. Right over to Clay we go, as that's 5 in a row for him. Maybe he'll be able to pick up those streaks where Pristini fell just a little bit short. He's got 11 in the mag. Can he hit it? There it is. Just enough to get it done. Artillery earned.
I mean, Clay has just been playing so well throughout Stage 3. He really has. And I think we saw this at times throughout Stage 1, but it felt like there was just so much of a focus of him having to do more and do, get everybody on the same page, be that leader for a lot of these younger guys. And I think now their system is into a point where he doesn't have to worry about that as much. He can focus on himself. 17-7 on an ace spree, has full streaks. Pristini's trying to do what he can, but look at Asim's position. With number 5 that far pushed up, Seattle is so far away from this hard point. They're so spread out. They have to find him. They do a great job of spotting him, but they don't even have pressure with 15 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, it's like they had to go through one layer, then you had another one pushed up, and maybe they can finally get near the point. Like, we're 25 seconds into this hard point, and here's going to come the push. Clay is just lying. He is waiting in the little off angle there outside of the gap. Finds the kill. Looney finally able to stop the tear that Clay was on, but then all 3 fall near the point.
Now can they push out and try to flip this? 3 will rally back from Surge and try to get the position at the next point, but it's a blowout right now, Joe.
And now Mac might earn some more streaks, so here we go. Cruise missile called on in. You know they're inside. Can he try and wrap it inside elbow? That's what he's going to go for. Hydra, he's going to take care of Pristini, who was on a flank through the middle of the map. That's great awareness from him. Know that one player's going to get active. Try to maybe make a play while you're waiting on that streak. Streak doesn't necessarily turn into a break, but it doesn't allow Surge to get comfortable. Mac now alive, able to find full streaks as well. So you have 3 more streaks to deal with if you're Seattle Surge.
Oh, yeah. Streaks here, streaks there.
Streaks everywhere.
Yeah, I know Dr. Seuss, something, but like it is just dominant. A statement so far, but maybe streaks on the other end of it is, wait, never mind. It was just 5 in a row. I think Rossini, that missile actually stopped any chance to get those streaks. He's been close, but he had 6 in a row earlier, 5 there. But Asim once again lying in wait, does his duty. It's 2 before he drops, and again, it just delays that progression towards the next point, keeps them pinned at the old hard point, makes it easier for somebody like Clay to get in a strong position, or I said Clay, I meant Mac.
And I might change my answer to what you asked me earlier about what's more important is the ARs or the subs.
Yeah.
You know, you expect consistency out of Gunless and Octane, and if they're not performing at the level we expect them to, this is kind of what it can turn into. I mean, Mac and Clay dominating the map, but so is everybody. I mean, it's a blowout. Everybody's got streaks. Surge knows this is over. Subliners know this is over. A dominant map 1.
Yeah, this has just been from the get-go. I mean, we start with Mac as he gets that triple, and it's like they never, ever slow down. Asim has been in the spots to be a nuisance on rotation. Clay and Mac have been in those power positions to just line them up and beam them. I mean, it's just, you are 10 and 23 if you're gunless, 10 and 19 if you're loony. I mean, they're outslaying them by almost 30. It is 248 to 115 as Subliners
are we still calling streaks in?
And literally just dropped a bomb. Map 1.
I mean, I know like it's not like a 100-point club or anything, but
it feels like one, right? Like it feels like Surge have 4 points. I know they don't, and I'm over-exaggerating 100%, but it has just been dominant from NYSL.
Yeah, I think the only reason it's not is because it's just been that third hill where they used those streaks, they weren't able to turn it into a break, but they kept Surge off the hill. And that's all that really mattered. Then you force them into these positions. Mac, I think this is one of his multi-kills we saw him get, but he was on point.
My God.
This was a Forrest multi-kill.
What is that? Like 5 from Mac. That was one of the best plays you are going to see at the tail end of the game. Yeah, I don't know how many multi-kills he had, but wow. It's just to him, to Clay, to see just hopping around, watching these guys make highlight plays. Looked like a pub from their POVs at moments. Just terrific. I don't even know if I saw Hydra.
Hey, you saw his smirk? He was just like, yeah.
No, I mean, like, were we even on his POV? Because it felt like there was someone to go to that was on streaks, like, at all times. Like, our observers was hopping to the guy that might have the next chance to earn him, but
it was
that was terrific. And, you know, the map 1 isn't everything. And, God, Surge can bounce back and win this series, but you gotta answer here.
Yeah, it's just a certain. I mean, look at the second hill, man. I mean, you have 2 seconds earned on the second one, and I know on the opposite end it's only 12, right? But with those streaks, they only gave up a little bit over a minute on the third hill. So just a great job using those streaks. Mac and Clay, there's really nothing else to say.
Yeah, use whatever.
Wow, we're killing it right now.
Use whatever adjective you want. It was dominant. We'll be back with the Surge after this break.
Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. The Call of Duty League is presented by Zenni, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Zenni Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting zenni.com/gaming.
Map 1 dominated by NYSL, but Joe, we talked about momentum a little bit ago in the last series, and you said it's not as big of a deal from Map 1 to Map 2. It's a big change of pace, and well, if you're a Seattle fan, you better hope that is true. But right into the game fuel keys to victory we go. Joe, take it away with Subliners.
Yeah, I mean, Hydra's been great in respawns, but needs to improve in S&D. 13 and 29 in 4 maps played. Not great at all. They're looking to snap 6 control map loss streak in a row, right? Their last win in control was March 26th versus the Gorillas. So it has been some time. I think if you look at stage 1, they were one of the better, control teams. And then play. He can perform at this level in stage 3, and he did just that in map number 1. He's been a beast.
Now, I mean, well, I guess that maybe bodes well for Surge a little bit, right? Like, Hydra struggles in Search and struggles in Control for NYSL. This is your chance to bounce back. But Seattle, keys to victory, Joe.
Looney has to step up slaying. Last 2 series versus LA Thieves and Dallas, just minus 39. You're going up against some tough competition, I understand. But it's just you gotta help out in that slaying category. Gunless, well, he was coming into form throughout this stage. And, well, he's leading X Factor in everything. I mean, he's leading in those respawns, 1.28. Compare it to that losses. We just saw another loss there in that Hardpoint. Control 1.43 in the wins, 0.92 in losses. In similar to NYSL, well, not similar, but their Control is struggling. They got to get better at that mode. They are, I mean, just the worst Control team in the league right now. So that needs to be better, and you're hoping that they can find an early map 1 or 2 victory here, just looking at how that's looked throughout this year.
Do you have worries with the team makeup of Surge when you have a loss like that in map 1? Because we know Brasini is an emotional guy, gunless at times, and we've seen him blow up at teammates on a stage when they're losing. I'll never forget that when he yelled, "I'll choose how I use my effing streaks to slacks." Like, that was one of the funnier things I've heard yelled at a player. But maybe Looney's just the glue that keeps them together in this spot.
I think I'm a little worried, and listen, stage 1, it was what it was. It wasn't the best for them. Stage 2, they were improving. Stage 3, to me, was a big telling point for this roster because there's a lot of change going on throughout the league. Teams are trying to get better, but their roster was improving. And that's when you have to take advantage of that, because there's all these teams that have to learn so many different things, just like the Subliners, and they should be ahead of those guys with their chemistry and what they've learned throughout this year, but we're not seeing that. So now 2 match losses in a row. If this turns into 3, I just think that could be more to this, and it might be time for Surge to maybe switch things up.
So when they should be maybe, I don't know, widening the gap and catching up or moving ahead, it's just the opposite for you.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Well, Octane does get the first blood, and he's found some success in Search and Destroy as they've done to improve, but when he just sneaky. There's the pounce. Can he get away with his life? No, Mac. Attack. Goes over the top. Will take down 2. And that advantage you had if you were Surge now gone. You'll have Clay and Mac up against Pristini and Gunless. 40 seconds to work with.
And they're all here as well. Now Mac, it's his turn. He has the 74U. He does get hit once. Can take his time. Has 30 seconds to work with. Has not spotted Gunless. Max looking for the ace here in round 1 to continue his great series. And let's just watching this angle. And, well, it's the right one. He guesses correctly. Mac trying to rotate that bomb. Maybe just see if he can catch him coming through pillars. Big round 1 here. But here's Max sort of switching things as he's able to take down Octane. And then Looney comes through the slide. But, hey, I'm up above you with that mantle.
I was about to say, if he started off the Hardpoint with that triple and then just comes in with an ace, map 1, all right. Mac is coming to play, but yeah, you nailed it. Gunless, he guesses right, gets a good spot there to look over the mid pillars and wins that one-on-one. So he'll actually start out 2-0. We'll see if that'll continue. They're going to line up some nades towards mid-map, but as you can see, nobody home for now. If anything, just a little friendly fire.
They get aggressive Z. They take mid steps away. So they know there's nothing courtyard. So now what's the next play for Surge? Which bomb site do they want to hit? I think with Pristini spotting a seam. Might try to execute, but they're actually going to isolate him. It's a bit of a 2-2 split here. There's movement on both sides for Seattle Surge. And right now it's working.
Wait, we might see the A site. So this is what it looks like in Search.
Yeah, the last series, you mean all the B fights, huh?
Yeah, we just never came over here. There's a pool. It's beautiful, but we didn't get to enjoy the scenery. Now can Hydra. We've talked about the struggles in Search and Destroy so far. Can he make the play? I think he just spotted Gunless in a very, very tough spot. The free fire won't connect. Looney able to peek and get the kill, and his Gunless stays up. I don't know who actually finished the kill. I guess it would be Looney, but I wonder what Gunless got to because he was 2-0 out of the round 1.
Yeah, bit of a different round, though, we saw from Surge. You know, they worked the middle of the map. Take their time, and then once Pristini spots a seam, they kind of jump on it. But it was still a 2-2 split. I mean, you get a little bit lucky there that, you know, they don't lose like a 3v2 at one site with that man advantage. They're able to make it work now up 2-0.
So if you have like I don't know, experience as a player, let's say you're Clay, and you know you have someone new to the league, first time, rookie, out of France, like Hydra, is there anything you try to do in Search to make it easier for him?
I mean, that's the whole. I mean, they just got to figure out how to get him a little bit more comfortable.
You played
that's just the
before,
hardest
right?
game
Like
mode.
early in when he switched over, and you know he was
yeah, but he
raw
played.
on Search.
I mean, Hydra has played playing COD.
That's true. Yeah, it's very different. Yeah, because how long was Formal competing at that point? A couple months, right?
Yeah, wasn't that much longer.
Yeah, a little different.
Yeah, I just been playing. I mean, he's just got to get. You know, maybe it's a comms thing. Maybe it's just being on the same page as a squad. Again, this is the one mode where we typically see teams struggle with roster changes.
Almost 3-0. Trying to clutch up in the 1 versus 2. You get the angle on Mac just behind the van. And the Rock, we saw Fellow with the play earlier today. Nice little slide out. Only 10 seconds to go. Not going to be able to work this defuse. Just trying to stay up, maybe work towards these streaks if he doesn't get caught, and he does. So that's kind of worst case scenario there for Surge. Round loss, no progression towards streaks, and I mean for MSL, finally a round on the board.
Yeah, it's a big gamble there for Gunless. I mean, you're obviously feeling really good. You're on the spree, but I think it's just play it safe at that point. You got 1 kill. I think just try and play your life, get out of there, stay at 4-0. You're gonna earn those streaks. So now, yeah, you get the round win. You also stop the streak progression. So big win there for NYSL.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's just thinking, yeah, I spotted him. I have a Craig. I will get him the block. And
I don't know if he spotted him though.
Oh, I thought he had an idea at least, but yeah, true.
Just kept moving forward.
Team kill. Looney will drop. He took some shots a couple rounds ago too at Zig when they were trying to get the pre-fire in. So it started so good for Surge. Now they're in trouble in this round. Team kill, then a seam. A little teardrop to take down 1. Pristini, though, trying to bring him back.
Yeah, big thing here, though, for Pristini and Gunless, they don't have bomb. Yeah, let's see. He spotted it. Okay, that's a great spot. We don't see teams. You know, it's a little bit smaller in this game. Bodies can cover it, so sometimes teams miss it. But a seam, he checks the bodies, able to spot that. Now look at this position of Hydra. I don't know if they're going to expect this all the way back here. No way. Yeah, Gunless. He's going to get caught. And Hydra, the shots hit. Little team shot there. But early aggression, that team kill comes in. The numbers. NYSL now tie this up 2-2. There's just no way you expect a player to be all the way in your spawn that quickly at that angle.
YSL answer back is Mac. He had that fantastic opening round, but now the rest of the team started to get involved, especially Hydra up to 4-3. What was it, 13 and 29?
Yep.
Looking to improve upon that here if he can. Here's the build up towards A. Gunless just spotting from the window. Trophies up. Looks like they want to wrap back through courtside, but we're going to have a one-on-one on the other side of it. Looney trying to leak through. Hydra, once again, lying in wait. There's the first blood.
I kind of put him on an island, right? Just sort of playing by himself while the other three work the site. Now Hydra's there with his teammates. They're both going to wrap through kitchen. Surge is not ready for it. Vicinity taking down Asim, Hydra. They fly through the map together, and Clay just make sure they don't work that defuse.
Yeah, I mean, this hit works. And look, Octane is just locked. Worry about Clay on the other side of it. Seeing not a lot of options at that point, and he ends up dropping. But are you seeing some big adjustments here by NYSL, or maybe some missteps by Surge?
It's just the first blood's going the way of NYSL, and they're kind of running away with the round. I was going to say the one thing maybe for Hydra is they're getting him to more comfortable positions, right? He was the one playing on an island. Maybe that's what he likes doing, what he's used to doing on previous rosters. And, well, that is just a nasty team shot right there. Asim with the jump shot, Mac with the wall bang. And, yeah, we'll see you later, Looney.
That is just nasty out of Subliners. 3 in a row for Hydra, 4 in a row for Asim. And while it tells the tale of the 3 rounds in a row now for NYSL is Hydra out to double positive. Octane and Gunless and the superstars of this team. And they clutch up in a 2v4. It feels like it's desperately needed as this game 2 is getting away from them. But Clay wants nothing to do with it. Now 1v4 for Octane. First bit done, but only 30 or so seconds to go. Oh, what? Right. All right. Well, Octane wins another crazy one. But Clay is there. Clay is able to take out both. He gets Gunless. He gets Octane.
Oh, man, I was really hoping we could see that from like Asim's point of view with the best play. But we just get Clay with some nice shots. Now 4 rounds in a row. And I don't know, for Surge, it just feels very split, right? Like they're trying to do too much, maybe on offense. Like, I don't know. I mean, Looney just gets caught in that position. Nothing you can really do about that. I mean, he's just trying to hold Zig.
Let's play a little bit more like Empire, just hit it together.
Yeah. Kind of the way NYSL are doing it. This time, though, Hydra, he's not inside of Art. He's going to get aggressive. Play with Tiki, with Asim. Other first blood.
They are just dominating in the opening duels. Now they'll try to get forward. Hydra, again, just kind of lying in wait. He has pounced so many times in this game already. Once again, he will strike. 2 will drop. It is clean. NYSL take it 5 rounds in a row. I feel like every search we've cast today has been just so dominant. Like Gorilla's in the game 2, and Empire in the game 5. I know it looked good for Surge early, but then it's just been all New York.
I mean, even right there, right? You have a solo challenge out of Gunless. There's nobody flying out of Kitchen. There's no trade potential. It's basically him in a one-on-one, hoping that he can find the opening duel, which may allow them to win the round. Instead, he gets first blooded. They lose it 5 rounds in a row. As you said, I want to say probably 5 first bloods in a row. Feels like they've had numbers time and time again. Surge's going to switch it up and go towards his B site. Yeah, Persini, who's getting aggressive. Bomb being planted right now by Looney.
Another first blood. It's Mac again. I feel like he's had half of them throughout the course of this. Hydra, again, seems to spring out of nowhere. 9 and 4.
Octane's trying to make the play, though. He's trying to wrap all the way around. Nobody checks the corner. Looney's so patient. Able to force a 1v1. I don't think he's going to know Octane's here. There's no way he wraps all the way through the middle of the map.
Yeah, you're like, Octane's going to make the play. I'm like, well, Looney is he is right behind him. Oh, dude, he slides right. He almost hits him. Great play there by Looney.
Yeah, Octane's just hoping he can find one.
Well, ultimately, he makes the play, right? He wins it.
Yeah, just to buy him time so he can get into that position while he wraps middle of the map.
But that was, I mean, it's good shots by Looney. I know it looks so easy, but sometimes when you have like two targets right next to each other like that, whether it's aim assist drag or just struggling to pick a target, it can get a little bit sloppy. Just good job closing it out. Getting the round W. Mac is a first blood machine. Tyler, our stats guy, I need a DM now. How many first bloods is that for Mac? I said that, I meant to say it more polite. Please and thank you.
Well, now you can see he gets the first blood, and that forces Looney and Gunless to go back to A.
That's 5.
Subliners are like, we will see you later. We're going to fight at B. 5 for him.
5 out of 9.
He's quick with it. He's got you.
Thank you, Tyler. I love you.
Surge is here. They're not going to see anything. Looney, though, he's able to spot one. Here come all the trades back. Laundry, and it's down to Octane versus Hydra, the 74U. He's looking for number 11. Octane trying to get out of there. He challenged and he wins it.
Close range with the AR. Wins it. Keeps them alive as we go deeper into this map, too. Nice little clutch from Octane. 1, 2. And look at that. He is so weak.
I'll see you later.
Little finesse. Little beam. Nice play from Octane.
Just to get that regen, right? Just buying time, getting around that corner so his health can regen, then he can re-challenge. But he gets the ace. So big round from Octane.
They might need another one. Can they get a first blood? Huge 3v4 there. There they go. No presence here really outside of kitchen. I think it's Mac, the first blood magnet. We give him number 6. You know he wants to challenge anything with the fights he's been winning.
Yeah, they're going to wait for a Seam and Hydra. They're going to wait to see, but it's Octane and Gunless watching that angle. Can Mac put some shots in to help him? Maybe get one of them to turn around. Not able to do so. They both win their one-on-ones. All 3 players do.
Oh, here we go.
All 4 of them. All 4 of them, and they stay alive at round 11.
5 rounds in a row for New York. 3 straight now for Surge to tie it up. It's been a game of swings. 5 in a row for Octane. 11-7 taking over in the clutch moments of this map. But who goes big in this final round?
They just go right back to it.
Well, it's
they do
a
have
different
2
setup.
players here, though.
Yep.
Yeah, Mac and Hydra are both here.
Well, Hydra's not here anymore, but Octane and Mac
got one.
of course.
Mac got one.
Of course,
Mac got
it's
one,
those two. Close down now. And they know mid's wide open, so he's worried about a kitchen push, but it looks like they're starting to funnel this back towards B. So the pressure is going to come to a Seam. And he's got a sub from this window spot.
That tactical hit might make them think it's going to be a little bit longer. But now a Seam, I think he gets an audio cue or spots one on the bomb. He has an audio cue, and there we go. Rotation's in, so it's going to be a 3 versus 3. Seam still top Laundry. And it's kind of all on him right now. What can he do? If he peeks, he finds a kill. As soon as the bomb is planted, he's going to pop on out, finds the first. Nice patience. And they find Looney's corner. He's right back in that spot. You got to check it. We're going to check it this time.
Oh, they check it. And Clay with the haymaker to close it out. NYSL get the victory. Go up 2-0. Well, what a thrilling map that ended up being. And all I was thinking that whole time, like when Octane got to that spot, like he gets a kill and stays up. He gets streaks. They get the plant. They win. But yeah, I don't know if he got spotted by the 2 players rotating back or if Asim hurt him. I'm not sure.
It's just a common spot that he checked. I'm sure his teammate probably saw him. Asim was just up there the whole time. He was up there the entire time. They probably expected all 3 players to rotate towards A. But Asim stayed there. He stayed in that spot.
Yeah, it felt like the Spidey senses were tingling because I don't think they were. I guess they were close enough he got an audio cue when they were pushing, but he reacted like he heard it. I don't think he spotted him, but just great play.
My teammate, yeah.
From Asim. I mean, the first time when they first pushed ring, like just to back down, they let
They might have slid into it.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. But great play from Asim. Valiant effort in the comeback some ludicrous plays from Octane with the ace, the one-on-one, but not enough to get the W. New York take it. And Mac, 5 first bloods. And I think 4 of those led to round wins. The only one that didn't was the round, what was that, 9?
Yep. And well, I mean, you got to think, too, for NYSL fans, this is huge to see Mac playing this well. You know, him moving to the flex. He hasn't been, like, exceptional. He's been pretty solid. But this is his best series so far in that flex role. And he's been a beast. Going up against Octane and Gunless. Like, you have to be happy with this.
Well, I think when you and I talked about it, like, I think you were even a little bit frustrated because I think you really liked watching Mac last year, and he was kind of unleashed, and that was his role in the team, and he was just making plays, and he was that guy on the map, and it felt like he sort of took a back seat at times to fill gaps, however you want to define that role, but it seems he's unleashed a bit more now, especially in this series. If he's going to be playing like that, how good can this team get with Hydra in the mix as well? But let's take a look at our U.S. Army tactical play from that Game 2 search and destroy as NYSL get the victory. We'll check out one of the key moments again.
Yeah, it's just round 11. I mean, it's a great shot by Octane, but Mac trades, right? He's able to win the one-on-one under Octane on the Gunless in that spot. You don't usually see a lot of two-man setups here. Usually it's just one at A sort of playing information. But Mac in that position now just takes his time. And look, Asim is there the entire time. Look at the minimap right now. Asim's already at B. They don't see anything too much. Even with that tactical hitting, he is being very patient. And you know what I like? He doesn't really risk it gambling trying to get to Art. He doesn't gamble it trying to get inside of Ring. He plays this spot the entire round.
Yeah.
And I think right around
he has a sub.
Here, you start to hear the call. You start to rotate. You see the shots come in. Octane's trying to get this spot. He's just not thinking there's one up there already. He's thinking how fast we were rotations. They peek it, the bomb goes down. As soon as that happens, he checks this area, able to take down Octane. And then from there, all the dominoes fall for Seattle Surge.
I mean, he reacts like, yeah, he heard him. Just whatever. I mean, he makes the play. I see him with the patience, holding that side of the map. And then Clay, little Tyson, to the jawline to close it out. A big dub there, because I think it's crucial they got that win, and could they get another 3-0 in the books? Certainly, but it feels difficult with what you said. What was the last control win, Joe? Like April 24th or something? Or March 24th, whatever it was. Like, it's been over a month since you last won a control. If you're NYSL, we'll see if they can end the cold streak after the break.
Through hell or high water, what a performance. That was honestly not the best first game we could have had. I'm not really sure where we were. We clearly didn't perform. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that was the best performance. We have a long road ahead of us, clearly, but it's comeback time, all right? Speaking of hell or high water, that is the code right now for a mid-season pack for some of you to be a lucky winner and get the in-game Seattle Surge skins, cosmetics, all of it for yourself. Through it's hell or high water. Guys, game 2. Let's talk about that, because game 1, there's not really much to cover. A lot of people didn't perform there. It wasn't just one person standing out. There was a lot of sloppy plays. I was not the happiest fan to be watching that game. We have a long road ahead of us. Hardpoint, we've been doing really good in it, but clearly we did not show up there. There were a lot of people that could have done different plays, a lot of different things that could have gone in our way. It happens, okay? Search and destroy. We were up 2-0. I'm a fan of Search. I was really impressed in the beginning. We were up 2-0, and it flipped up on us. It ended up going 2-5 in favor of clearly not the Surge. Subliners were absolutely dominating in Search and Destroy. It was a really good performance on their half. Did you guys see Octane turn up there? Was I the only one that got to see that? I'm sorry, but that got the adrenaline back in me, okay? Just talking about it right now has me excited, all right? We were all watching it behind the scenes. That snake runaway, I was screaming, jumping up and down in my chair. I thought he was dead. He was one shot for the entire trip down the staircase, grabbing that wall, flanking to the right really quickly to turn back around and re-engage that, only to find out that it was an ace. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. We were spectating someone else while half of it was happening. And then we get to watch that play of the game. Octane, the carry and Search and Destroy, I don't even think of you as the search and destroy guy when I think of that. I think of Preston as being our search and destroy star, and you showed up and carried the team on your back through that entire performance. I'm sorry, but that is factual at this point. If you didn't get to see that gameplay, Octane showed up. He followed one of the keys to the game, right? Clearly, not all of them got followed, but Don't Hail Hydra, Octane, you shut him down 3 separate times in a row there. He was the flank star. Chris Preston was posted up at one point to try and stop that flank, and you were like, no, I see him in my eyes, and you shot him while he was trying to slide away, hitting one of the crispiest headshots ever to then turn that into the next round entry, bringing it to 5-5. Unfortunately, we didn't win. We are down 2-0 right now in favor of New York, but that does not mean we are out of this yet, all right? We need to turn the burners on, please. If we reverse sweep, that would be history in the making. Do you know how much doubt there is on us right now? Guys, that is insane. We need that, okay? If you guys want to look as good as our players do, shop.seattlesurge.gg. And remember, DM the Seattle Surge Twitter account with the code HELLORHIGHWATER for your chance to win some of the Seattle Surge in-game. Whatever we've got going on, the skins are fabulous, okay? It looks beautiful. The guns are at least cute. I love them. I think they look phenomenal. Guys, I'll see you guys at the end of this. Make sure you stick around for the 3 comeback we're about to hit you guys with. Reverse sweep. Remember, drown them out.
Those records are going to flip a little bit, but it's one they're very comfortable on. For Seattle Surge, you just got to get another map going. Hopefully you get another control map going, then you can go back to that Garrison where they looked so good for a couple of matches. But they are winless on every other map.
At what point does it start to like wear on you? Like I was thinking about this in the last series because the Guerrillas team, EG, what was it, like 11 searches they lost in a row in World War II? And at what point is it like on your mind, like, dear God, we just can't win a control?
Yeah, no, it's there now for sure. 100%. The fact that, like, especially Raid after like 3 or 4 losses in a row on that, 100% something you're thinking about. But they kept trying it, and not able to find that map win. So now they're going to checkmate.
Teams have improved dramatically on the offensive end of things, and Asim's 3-0 start, helping to find some openings around this B point, snapping back, but that streak will end. Now right over to Clay we will go. Quality tags, takes one down. Mac in the mix as well. As this AR power duo has been sensational throughout the course of this series. They are nearly done with the point. Mac, he'll take the one-on-one. He'll take the B point. What a start here from New York. Just run through them. Just run through them.
They just bully on the B. I mean, right off the break. They win the break, and they just keep someone on it the entire time. People coming off spawn, flooding the B time and time again, forcing Seattle to play in a hurry because you don't want to lose that point. You did not want to lose that point. Now they're down 5 lives. There's 2 minutes left. NYSL early control in this round, and now it's 7 lives with that team nade. Make it 8. Gunless there for the trade, but they have no control over A.
I don't want to be a spoil anything, but they did lose the point. Hey, it didn't take long.
No, it did not. It did not.
You just don't usually see B taken off the break on checkmate so emphatically, but just beautiful there. From Subliners, Gunless sprinting forward. He'll run into Mac. Looney trying to stay up. They've got a position on the point. You've got to hold this now for 90 seconds. An entry from Mac. 1 underneath. Make it 2. The trade will come in, but onto the point go NYSL. Clay now in position. And they've got to flood forward. Thankfully, a trophy to cover over him a bit here, but a trophy can't stop bullets. Thankfully, it doesn't matter for Octane as he wins the gunfight, but not sure it's going to matter.
I mean, even with the time, I think they're just playing a lot on lives the way they're doing this. 15-5. Worst case scenario, they could have taken their time, but they bully their way on A, and a great round for NYSL. Just right off the get-go, they're trading effectively towards B, forcing Seattle Surge to kind of run into them time and time again. There's no team push from Surge. They panic a little bit, as I think most teams would when there's someone on B, especially that early. You see 2 takes down, you're like, crap, we really got to try and hold this. And then I think once they lose that, down 6-7 lives, that's the round. But it's just that get-go. They can never trade to a point where they had control of playing, forcing NYSL to play from their spawn.
Just reminded me of the control in last series. Like, Guerrillas had fantastic opening breaks, and they never looked back. But Mac, triple positive out of that. And I'll tell you what, Joe, last listen in we did with Subliners, Clay, Gas, and Paco, it got me fired up. I want to hear it again. Let's go to an Astro listen in with NYSL.
Dan was there too.
Playing, outside. He backed up, mini.
Looney weak on A, Looney weak on A.
Weak, A-wing.
He's laying down in the middle, under your aimer. Fuck.
Stand there, one top plane, top plane, guys.
Top plane,
Make sure we're going right.
We
Go
gotta
right.
get top lane, we gotta get top lane right.
Yes, we gotta get top plane right.
One
More top plane.
Gunless,
Just press it, Octane, Looney.
I got another one top plane.
Press it, or Octane and Looney, last two on A.
Sam, really weak. He's like their side of it. One's gotta be our side pressing.
Two and one mid box.
Okay. I'm gonna start going to the right. Make sure we careful with like a dark push.
Here's
Too.
one shot,
I
dude.
flashed
He
him our
slid
side.
out, he's side tube, one shot right there, yeah.
So
Alright, yo, huge kills
I'm
here,
gonna hop up on the
One's
B
gonna
wing.
get behind us. Let's
Yeah,
go right
yeah,
with
yeah,
him.
yeah,
Sorry,
Might be
fuck, my bad.
They're top plane.
Nothing on a plane. Okay.
On their back pillar.
Spawn radio. They could be tower.
Top plane
Dark, one shot
dead.
dead,
I got
got
one
him too. We're
shot.
missing Sam and Prestini. Octane and
I'm
Prestini.
on the B wing looking at inside. I'm getting in.
He's on me, Manny. He's top
Ladder,
lane.
dead.
Alright,
Top
we're missing
ladder,
Prestini. Last two we're missing. The other three off spawn.
Heard you. Molding
top
top
tail.
lane.
I'm going duck. I'm going
He
along.
could be behind us, guys.
Under your wing.
I'm coming to help you, Mac.
I'm just
gonna
on
go
top
lane.
lane.
I
I'm
don't see him in
looking
the
at their
wing.
side. I'm just staring at off angle. Their side ladder.
One stairs.
You can help him.
And one under your wing.
Under the wing.
One stairs.
Dan,
One
they
stairs.
double chop. Dan's weak and one's the ladder. Okay.
Yeah.
They're just
He
sitting
jumped
there.
up
No
A-wing.
way. A-long.
Clay doing such a good job just, who's up, who are we looking for, who's off spawn. And the sequence, though, they're like looking for Prestini. I heard Hydra say, like, I don't see him over here. He was just tucked on the other side of the box, and Hydra, I think, ended up getting shot in the back.
You gotta be, he goes, I think he said, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, he was just, he didn't expect him in that corner. They thought he was behind him. Yeah, he said, it's what you want to listen for. Making sure you know who's off spawn, who you're looking for, but Seattle Surge fighting on back, up 7 lives, able to get 4 or 5 down. Pristini getting aggressive inside of wood. They needed a response on offense, and they're getting it right here.
Yeah, Joe, checkmate. Control, known for its offensive dominance.
Teams are a lot better at it. A lot better at it. We saw in stage 2.
100%. But with round 5 rules being based on that progress, you really want to close it out here. Can they even get there in time? I don't think so. They're starting to surge forward, but it's going to end up being too late. Surge. What a terrific answer back there. They do it the opposite way. They go A to B. A little more of what we'll see typically, but let's watch Gunless's best play here as he's locking it down from the wing.
Nice shots there with the Craig. And just again, from that break, they had such a great early position. We heard in the listen, and we got to get control of top lane. Just felt like that map control never came in from NYSL. They were looking for Pristini, and he wasn't in like a crazy place. He wasn't behind him, but they made him look for him. He made sure they were on his mind. And then from there, able to transition over to B.
I'm going to ask you a difficult question, but we've just seen it all day today. If you lose that opening break and you're on the back foot playing like a step behind, what's the best way to try and get out of that?
Well, I think NYSL did that. They gave up the A zone, and then they didn't lose B. It was the fight afterwards. You have to retake map control and slow things down, and usually we do see that a lot of times from those defensive teams, especially on a map like Raid, a map like Checkmate. It's just poor execution so far out of these two.
Let's see if someone can get a hold here defensively. Surge want to try and work towards a reverse sweep, but Seam, who was so terrific at the opening of that round 1 offense, looking to make an impact in the offense yet again, but as he gets the kill, he'll drop right after. Onto the point, though, it was NYSL for a second. The Looney was in position. We'll focus on the plane fight for now, because Octane at 14-9 is on a 4 spree. Looney was weak and couldn't quite finish a fight around the edge.
I'm not trying to just go on that flank, and from that break, they've controlled top lane. They forced them to go towards the A zone time and time again. Octane's just trying to spot number 5. Now he's trying to play his life. And Mac's going to take him down. So no streaks.
He was doing laps.
But a very good round here from Seattle Surge. Looking to hand NYSL their 7th control loss in a row and win their first map on Checkmate. See if they could do it.
It's not over yet. It's going to be 3 down, but, Clay gets stuck in the face. And there's just 1.8 seconds of the clock. Now, if you get this, you're still down 6 lives, so a ton of work to do if you're in YSL.
No
Well,
trophy.
Pristini just made it a whole lot harder. No trophy. The nade hits, but Clay has got A on the opposite side. They'll flood him. They'll put him down. They'll close out the round as Surge. Take the offense, take the defense, take the advantage in this map 3. And now it looks so good. It looks so good for NYSL in the first round, but are you seeing anything that is maybe a little bit telling for their month-long struggle and control?
Well, and you lose the defense. I mean, on Checkmate where they just couldn't. Offense is tough. I know we saw back-to-back round wins, but it's still difficult to do because you can see the map control that you can have as a defensive team. So I think losing that round 2 is probably their weakness right now is their defense. To try to improve in that area. But for Seattle Surge, not only was that a big round win, they also only give up 1 tick. So if they get a zone, they get 2 ticks out of zone, they have defense for round 5.
Oh, Seam putting him in the blender. Inside the plane on skates. Multiple players from Surge. And he just keeps on going, just running at him. And Octane has blown himself up because the Seam's just soaring at him like a bald eagle.
I like that, a bald eagle.
Well, I don't think they fly in the air. They don't really run on foot. That was a horrible reference, but I was
soared
excited.
though, you kind of like flit, fine.
Yes, thank you, Joe, thank you.
I'm a big eagle guy, so I'm cool with that. I think they're awesome.
They really are awesome. They're huge too. They're way bigger than you think.
But I talked about the 1 tick thing. They may not get any. So NYSL, they have a dominant round. Going so far here, Seattle Surge not able to break out of the spawn. As Seam able to take another 2 down, forcing them towards the A zone.
Dude, I know it's a team effort, but Asim has been absurd in the 2 rounds they might win. The first round, so good in the opening. Here, just dominating, 3, 4 straight. He has been so big for them to just put Surge in bad spots early.
Okay, and I think NYSL secured themselves a defense in round 5.
Yeah,
they didn't give up a tick.
Yep, unless we are confused on how it works.
I don't think we are.
I operate through life confused more often than not.
Most about that bald eagle, it's like, I just trying to learn a little bit, maybe about American. There we go. You throw in the bald eagle reference. I love it, Clint.
You're welcome. That's where I was going. 21 and 16. Out of our game field feature player here with Pristini, but it all came down to a round 11. It all comes down to a round 5 offense for Surge. The opening moments have been everything. And of course, it's a Seam.
Been a 2-piece machine, and he is just flying.
He wanted 3.
He is flying.
It's like if I'm gonna order chicken tendies, I don't get 3, I get 10.
You saying he was about to get a 10-kill streak, or?
No, but he's just.
But he was playing at it. I wasn't really sure you got with that one.
Well, you said 2-piece. I was thinking 5-piece. I don't know. Like the multi-kills have been absurd. Like Mac and Asim, man. It feels like when they are finding kills, it is in flurries. And when the trades aren't efficient, this is what it looks like. Look at where the NYSL players are. The spawn of Surge has become the natural habitat of the New York Subliners.
The habitat?
Habitat.
It's your appetite.
I got too
hungry.
excited.
You're talking about
I got
chicken
too excited for the
tenders
Steam's gameplay, and now I'm thinking about some tendies.
Yeah, now you're hungry. You're talking about appetites, but yeah, they have been stuck the last couple of offensive rounds. Is this finally the moment? They get 3 kills. They're trying to get on a B. Seam, I thought he was going to find another double. The trophy is down, and things finally paused for a second.
Here they come. Well, Seam, the assassin, makes the play. Mac will drop. Hydra in trouble. Play with the opener. Asim through with a pick as well. 4 seconds on the clock. Nobody on it. They'll head over towards A. Pristini is there. Hydra tries to get in, but Pristini, gunless. He'll be able to take down 2. And they get this point. Only 2.7 to go.
Yeah, I think if you're NYSL, you might just give this up. You can see they want nades to hit. Well, they get 3 kills.
No,
okay,
no.
The kills come in. Asim gets top plane control. Now it's just down to Octane, and that is it. Nobody can get to a point. NYSL, their defense improves. They win back-to-back flawlessly in NYSL with the 3-0. You see, Clay, yeah, he can count to 3.
And everyone pause. I'd like everyone at home right now to put your hands together. That is the first control win for them in a month, and you need to celebrate that. Been a long time. This is a new and improved NYSL. Hydra, Brian, Mac, a beast. Asim, unleashed. And Clay, well, he is Father Time.
And well, for Seattle Surge on the flip side, it was looking great in stage 2, but so far in stage 3, 0-3. Yeah, the reverse sweep, and now back-to-back 3-0s.
I'm gonna ask you a hard question.
Yes,
for a change.
I would do it.
I think, yeah,
I mean,
yes.
And here's the thing. You give them a couple of stages, and you see improvement, but do not forget, top 8 are the only teams that make it to champs. It is cutthroat time. You have to. Everyone else around you is doing it because they know how important it is to make that final tournament. Now you're just in this position where, yeah, I mean, it's go time.
Well, I feel like the double 3-0 for NYSL, the last major, that was the cue to make the change. Back-to-back 3-0s for Surge. Feels like it's time to make the change. I know it's, who knows what's going on internally and how they'll figure stuff out, but yeah, I'm kind of with you. It's just, you need to see improvement. Otherwise, something's got to give. We'll see what happens in the coming weeks. But a nice 3-0 there from Subliners. And I mean, you could gas any of the guys. Hydra actually goes 9-21. But Mac, dude, Mac had a series, dude. Like, all 3 maps, he was insane.
Yeah, that was the best series we've seen from him, I think, this year.
100%.
And you know, getting comfortable in that flex role. Just feels like he's really found it. Now they're, what, 2-1 so far throughout this stage. You have that other Game 5 loss. They're getting better and better. NYSL, they're going to be they're back to being a force.
I kind of like the Hydra looks kind of pissed. And like, you won, but like, I think he just knows maybe he didn't play well on that map. And I don't know. He just looks pissed off, but I kind of like that competitive spirit, looking to get better. But let's take a look at our scuff play of the game. It's going to be some moments from Asim, from Mac, just making plays on the map. Their impact, well, it was felt by the Surge squad. Look,
yeah, it's just these multi-kills, right? Just these multi-kills allow your team, especially on defense, when you're winning back-to-back defensive rounds, they give you map control. And when you have map control on checkmate,
well,
it is so difficult for the offense to get out of that. And again, it's another multi-kill by his team. He takes his time. He's very patient. And then once again, from this spot, he's able to make another play early in round 5. He opens it up with 2. Challenges the 3rd. My man was ready for it all.
And I know if you started watching last year, the difference between a multi-kill last year and this year is astronomical. Like, you could kill 42 people in 3 seconds.
Obviously not the performance we were expecting today. Another sad day for the Seattle Surge. Unfortunately, we did lose today. 3-0 in favor of New York. Not the performance we were looking for. It is what it is. Sometimes you just can't win them all. We're coming back next week. We'll be here Friday the 7th. Catch us against FaZe. I believe if I'm correct, it will be 12 p.m. Pacific time. I want to say that's what I'm thinking. I'm not 100% sure. We'll post it on our socials. You can catch up with us. Keep up with our Instagram and Twitter, Seattle Surge. Remember, shop.seattlesurge.gg if you want to look as good as our players do. Guys, it's been an absolute blast. If you want to get a chance at some after-game giveaway, get the cosmetics in-game, anything like that, use code UNDERTOW. It's the last giveaway of this stream. Guys, it has been a pleasure like always. Seattle Surge, it's been crazy. Remember, drown them out. I'll be back next time. Keep safe and have fun.
Seattle Surge